Archangel Michael says, be careful. The house you're in is not safe. Something is inside, and it's hungry for your soul. Do not skip this part. What you're about to hear could save your life and your soul. Archangel Michael's warning is not just a message, it's a revelation meant for those who are awake enough to listen. The house you're living in, the place you call safe, may be hiding something dark. Something that feeds on your fear. It begins quietly. A flicker in the corner of your eye. A cold chill braying your shoulder. You tell yourself it's nothing. You blame the wind, the pipes, the old wood creaking. But Michael says, when shadows move where light should reign, it's not the house that's alive. It's what lies inside it. There are entities that attach themselves to dwellings, ancient remnants of pain, despair, and blood. They linger where the veil is thin, feeding off human emotion. Fear is their food. Regret is their drink. And once they taste it, they never leave. You might notice it when you're alone, a door slightly ajar that you know you closed. Footsteps when everyone's asleep. A whisper that calls your name softly from the darkness, Michael warns. They mimic the familiar to earn your trust. The energy they carry is heavy, it seeps into your dreams, your thoughts, your heart. This is not superstition. It's spiritual warfare. Your home can be a sanctuary of light. Or a cage for darkness. The moment you feel uneasy without reason, it's not paranoia. It's a sign. Archangel Michael has commanded his warriors to guard the faithful, but you must call them. You must speak light into your walls. If you stay silent, the darkness stays fed. If you remain unaware, it thrives. Top Amen 27:41 right now to declare that your home belongs to light, not to shadows. Michael's words echo in the spirit. There are homes built on pain. There are homes sealed with sorrow. The foundations remember what the mind forgets. If you've ever felt that eerie stillness at 3 a.m., when the air feels thick, when you sense eyes watching you, understand. It's not your imagination. It's the veil thinning. The first step is awareness. Don't rush away. Don't skip ahead. Because before you can cleanse your home, you must know what you're dealing with. Stay till the end of this series, because in the final part, Archangel Michael reveals a sacred ritual of divine fire that seals your home with heavenly protection forever. You'll want to hear every word before that moment arrives. Tonight, before you sleep, whisper, "Light of heaven, fill this space. Let no darkness dwell within." Type Amen 1155 to receive Michael's blessing and to let him stand guard over your doorway tonight. This is just the beginning. In part 2, we'll uncover the 3 signs your home is spiritually unsafe and how to detect if something unseen has already chosen you. Do not skip this part. What you're about to hear could be the difference between peace and torment. If you've ever felt uneasy in your own home, if you sense something watching you when no one else is around, then listen closely. Archangel Michael has shown that the darkness does not always announce itself, it hides, it waits, and it feeds. Your home might appear calm on the surface, but beneath that silence, something could be breathing the echoes of fear. There are 3 signs that reveal whether your house is spiritually unsafe, these are not ordinary disturbances. They are spiritual warnings. And if you ignore them, the consequences can be devastating, not only to your physical peace, but to your very soul. The first sign is spiritual heaviness. You feel it the moment you step inside. The air feels thick, the atmosphere oppressive, as if the walls themselves are absorbing your breath. It's not his tightness, it's resistance. The more light you try to bring into the space, the more uncomfortable you feel. Archangel Michael says that dark presence is often manifest through this spiritual pressure, a suffocating weight that makes your prayers feel distant and your faith fragile. You might notice that your thoughts turn darker within the home, anger without reason, sadness without memory, or anxiety that has no source. That heaviness is a parasite of the soul, feeding from your inner light. The second sign is unexplainable activity. Things that defy reason. Objects moving slightly when no one touches them. Sudden temperature drops in certain quarters of the room, electrical disturbances, flickering lights, appliances turning on or off by themselves. These entities manipulate energy, for they are made of it. They feed on it. The more attention you give to these happenings, the more power you lend them. Michael warns, darkness grows stronger where fear is spoken and faith is silenced. This is why, in such moments, you must not react with fear. Speak words of light instead. The third sign is the most dangerous of all, spiritual intrusion. This is when the darkness no longer lingers outside but begins to dwell within you. It begins in dreams. You see unfamiliar faces. You hear your name called softly, almost lovingly, yet it chills your spine. You wake in the night feeling something heavy pressing on your chest, unable to move, unable to speak. That paralysis, that terror, is not always medical. Sometimes, it's spiritual. These entities attempt to attach themselves to your essence, to drain the energy of your soul. Michael says, they cannot enter where light is proclaimed, but they will linger at the threshold, waiting for fear to open the door. If any of these signs sound familiar, you must act. This is not about superstition. It's about spiritual truth. Archangel Michael had been battling these dark forces since before the world began. He stands ready to defend those who call his name with faith. Do not dismiss the signs. The moment you acknowledge them, the light begins to stir. Type him in 4589 right now to invoke Archangel Michael's protection upon your home. When you type it, you're not just typing words, you're creating a seal of faith that radiates through the unseen realm. Before we go further, pause for a moment. Think about your house, each room, each shadowed corner, each sound you hear when you're alone. Does any of it feel wrong? Too still, too heavy, too quiet? If so, do not fear, because Michael has promised that no darkness can withstand the name of divine truth when spoken with conviction. But before we continue, I need your help. If you believe this message must reach others, those who might be in danger without even knowing it, then please, like this video, share it, and leave a comment below saying, "Michael, protect my home." Each share helps spread the light further. Each comment becomes a declaration of faith. Together, we create a chain of protection that the darkness cannot break. Now, imagine for a moment that your home has memories. The walls remember the laughter, the tears, the anger, the silence. Every emotion ever felt within them leaves an imprint. Over time, these imprints become energy, some pure, some corrupted. If your house has witnessed pain, loss, or violence, then those memories may still be echoing, attracting spirits that resonate with its sorrow. Michael says, cleanse not only with water or smoke, but with forgiveness, because forgiveness releases the energy that binds darkness to your dwelling. So tonight, when you stand in your room, whisper, Archangel Michael, I invite only light, I command darkness to depart. Say it 3 times. Speak it with intent. The atmosphere will begin to shift. The first night, you might dream vividly. The second, you might hear silence where there was once noise. That is the sign, the beginning of cleansing. Type Amen 3337 to receive the strength to continue this spiritual purification. Each time you declare it, you fortify the spiritual shield around your home. But remember this, the forces that dwell in shadow will not give up easily. When you begin to cleanse, they will resist. They might try to frighten you. More noises, more strange sensations, even nightmares. Do not give in. Michael's warriors are near when the darkness fights hardest, the struggle before peace is always the loudest. Stay until the end of this series, for in the final part, Archangel Michael will reveal the sacred invocation that seals not just your house, but your soul itself, against any spiritual invasion. That divine revelation will free you permanently from all unseen oppression. In Part 3, we go deeper. We uncover the origin of these housebound entities. Where they come from, why they choose certain homes, and what they truly hunger for. The truth will shock you. Stay close. Don't skip. The next revelation will change the way you look at your home forever. Do not look away. What you are about to learn has been hidden for centuries. This is the truth that most will never hear, the knowledge that Archangel Michael has revealed only to those prepared to face it. Your house, your sanctuary, may not simply be haunted. It may be standing upon the memory of something ancient, something that has never truly died. Before you dismiss this as fear or imagination, remember, Michael is not a messenger of fantasy but a warrior of divine order. His warnings are never without reason. When he says the house you're in is not safe, he speaks of spiritual residue, energies left behind by those who once lived it, suffered, and refused to move on. These forces are not ghosts as we imagine them. They are fragments, splinters of soul and emotion, pieces of consciousness that refuse the light. Long before houses had walls, humanity dwelled on sacred ground. Every patch of earth carries memory, every stone bears witness. When tragedy occurs, a violent death, betrayal, or despair so deep it shatters the spirit, a scar forms in the invisible realm. Over generations, homes have been built upon those scars. And within those walls, that energy festers, it waits. Archangel Michael calls them echoes of the unburied. They are remnants that hunger for Gamblian, for warmth, for life itself. They attach to living beings not out of malice, but out of thirst. Yet that thirst becomes corruption, for they can no longer draw from divine light. They drink only fear, pain, and sorrow. You might be wondering why certain homes are more afflicted than others. The reason is spiritual geography. Some places are built over thin spots in the veil between the seen and unseen realms. These are doorways once used for prayer, rituals, or blood offerings. Over time, the energy of those rituals remains. When a home stands over such a place, it becomes a beacon to lost entities. That beacon glows like fire in the night, calling them to feed. Michael says a house that does not invite light becomes a temple of silence, and silence is the altar of darkness. Think of how often we live in silence, unspoken grief, unresolved anger, memories left unhealed. These become spiritual openings, invitations even. While humans hold pain within, the atmosphere of the house shifts. The air thickens, and the light dims. It is not imagination, it is manifestation. Type Amen 4071 right now if you wish to close every spiritual opening that has gone unnoticed in your home. Speak it with faith, not fear. Every word of faith becomes a wall of light. Now, let us go deeper into the truth Michael revealed about these entities. Some of them are shadows of the forgotten, energies that once belonged to the living. Others, however, are far older. They are not of human origin. They were born when the first light fell upon the first darkness, and their hunger has never been satisfied. They are called Watchers of the Hollow. They wander through the dimensions between worlds, seeking warmth, seeking souls. They enter through places that have been desecrated, where prayer once died and silence reigned too long. You might not see them, but they sense you. They are drawn to fear because fear is inverted faith. It is energy unguarded, unprotected. That is why Michael commands, keep your faith strong within your dwelling, for a home without faith is an open wound in the spirit. If you have ever noticed how some rooms in your home feel colder, how certain spaces carry unease even after cleaning or redecorating, that is not coincidence. Those are anchors. Anchors are objects, corners, or materials that hold on to spiritual energy. A cracked mirror, an old piece of furniture from unknown hands, or even soil brought from cursed ground can hold an anchor. These items tie your home to energies that do not belong to you. To identify them, Michael says to watch where shadows linger unnaturally, a place that never feels warm even in sunlight. Or where your breath feels shallow. These are signs of an anchor's presence. Once found, do not destroy the item in anger. Instead, cleanse it in divine flame. Light a pure white candle, speak the name of Archangel Michael, and declare, only the light of heaven may dwell in this home. Type Amen 5099 to claim that your home will no longer feed what does not serve the light. Each declaration strengthens your protection, for Michael's legions respond to faith spoken aloud. There is one more hidden truth about these presences. They are patient. Some have waited decades, centuries, for an invitation. When humans engage in conflict, despair, or grief within their homes, that energy acts as an open door. These entities do not always cause pain. They wait for it. They whisper thoughts of doubt and division until the atmosphere itself bends toward their desire. That is when the true haunting begins, not by sound or sight, but by emotion. The home becomes their nest. the human heart their feast. This is why Michael urges cleansing not only of space, but of the soul. He says, as above, so below, as within, so without. Cleanse the home within, and the walls will echo peace. That means forgiveness, prayer, and renewal are not just acts of faith. They are weapons of light. When you release resentment, the energy of your home shifts. When you forgive, even silently, the walls release what they've held. Stay until the end of this message, because in the final part of this series, Michael will reveal the rite of the four corners, a sacred act that seals your home in divine protection. No darkness, no echo, no forgotten entity can enter once that ritual is performed. But you must understand every step before that moment arrives. Do not skip ahead. The knowledge you gain here builds your shield. Each truth you accept draws light closer to you. In Part 4, we will uncover how to communicate with Archangel Michael directly, the prayer that opens the heavenly gate and allows his warriors to descend upon your home. That is where the true transformation begins. But before that, remember this. The entities may have entered quietly, but they will leave in terror when the Archangel stands guard. Stay with me until the end. The light is coming. Do not skip this part. What you are about to discover is sacred knowledge, knowledge that has been whispered only to a few throughout the centuries. Many people pray, but few know how to truly call upon Archangel Michael. There's a difference between speaking words and igniting divine command. When Michael hears your call made with the right heart, the heavens respond like thunder. Your home shifts. Your air lighten. The darkness trembles. Michael is the commander of celestial armies, the warrior who cast down the great shadow when the world was young. He does not move by ritual alone. He moves by faith in motion. If you are listening to this, it is no coincidence. He has chosen to make himself known to you now. There is something in your life, in your home, in your lineage that requires cleansing and renewal. His message is clear. Where I am invited with truth, the shadows scatter and do not return. You might wonder, how can a mortal voice reach an archangel? The truth is simple yet profound. The human soul carries the same divine spark that angels serve. When your faith is pure, your words rise through the layers of the unseen like a flame through darkness. But intention matters. Fear repels light, yet courage attracts it. You do not need perfection to reach Michael, you need conviction. Michael's connection begins with invocation. This is not a chant, not magic. It is divine communication. He says, "Call not with trembling lips but with a heart set ablaze by belief. Before you speak, you must first prepare the space. Choose the room where the disturbances feel strongest. Open a window, let air flow freely. Light a single white candle and place it where its flame can be seen by all corners of the room. Then stand tall, take a deep breath, and declare aloud, Archangel Michael, guardian of light, I invite your presence into this place. Let your fire cleanse these walls. Let your sword cut through every shadow. Let your light stand where darkness once dwelled. This home belongs to the kingdom of heaven. When those words are spoken with intention, the air begins to shift. Some describe it as a warmth in their chest, others as a ringing in the ears or a sudden sense of calm. That is the first sign of Michael's response. His arrival is not always thunderous. It is often still, pure, commanding. The energy will rise until your body feels lighter, your thoughts quieter. Type Amen 6227 to confirm your invitation of Archangel Michael's divine presence within your home. That number seals your intention with spiritual authority. Now listen closely. Once you call him, you must not waver. The darkness will test your resolve. You may hear noises, you may feel uneasy, but understand this. Those are the final cries of what cannot remain. Michael's light burns, and the shadows scream as they flee. Hold your ground. Stand firm in your declaration. This home is claimed by heaven. Michael teaches that every home has 4 gateways: the north, the south, the east, and the west. These represent the 4 spiritual directions through which energy flows. When you call him, you must consecrate each gateway. Begin in the east, facing the rising sun, and say, "Light of dawn, illuminate this home." Move to the south and declare, "Fire of heaven, protect this place." Turn to the west and proclaim, "Waters of purity, wash away all darkness." Finally, face north and speak, "Winds of truth, guard this dwelling from all evil." As you complete the circle, you have created a spiritual fortress, a place where light reigns supreme. Michael's presence settles within that circle, and his legions stand at its boundaries. This is not symbolic. It is real. The energy of your home will shift. Sleep will come easier. The air will feel renewed. But before we go further, if you believe others need to hear this, like, share, and comment right now. Your engagement doesn't just help this message reach others. It multiplies its spiritual power. Every person who hears and acts brings another flame into the world. Comment below. Michael, enter my home. Let your words join the chorus of faith that drives darkness from our world. Together, we become the light. Now, Michael warns of a mistake many make. They call him once, but then return to their old ways, speaking words of fear, anger, or resentment within the home. This weakens the seal. He says, "My protection is eternal, but your words cannot make what faith has built." That means your speech, your emotions, and your atmosphere must align with light. Keep peace in your house. Keep gratitude in your heart. Every act of kindness strengthens the heavenly shield that covers your home. Type Amen 7066 now to renew your covenant with Michael's light. When you do, say in your spirit, "The fire of heaven fills my home, and no darkness can remain." You might feel tears as you pray. That is normal. The body releases energy when divine presence fills it. You may feel warmth at the back of your neck or see soft light in the corner of your eye. Do not be afraid. That is the Archangel's confirmation that your call has been heard. If your home has suffered fear for too long, understand this. Michael's presence is not just protection. It is transformation. Plants begin to thrive, air feels lighter, arguments lessen, and peace becomes the foundation. That is what divine authority does. It restores harmony to every corner of creation. And yet, Michael says there is one more step before the true cleansing can begin. His light can drive away darkness, but only you can decide to release it. The walls may still hold pain from the past, memories of grief, anger, or despair. You must now prepare to break those energetic chains. That will happen in the next part. There, you will learn the words and actions that release your home from its history forever. But remember, if you've called Michael tonight, keep the candle burning until the flame extinguishes naturally. Do not blow it out. Let the divine fire consume all remnants of fear. Watch as the light dances. It is a sign that your house is being marked by heaven. Stay until the end of this journey. The final revelation, the rite of the four corners, will seal not only your home, but your lineage from all future darkness. Every part of this message leads to that final blessing. Do not skip. Do not rush. You are standing at the edge of deliverance. Stay right here. Don't move away from this message. This is the turning point, the moment where revelation turns into transformation. You've learned how to the darkness, how to feel its weight, and how to call Archangel Michael into your home. But what you are about to discover now is the secret that so few understand. The darkness cannot truly leave until the chains of memory are broken. Your home remembers. Every wall, every corner, every space holds energy, energy that shapes the spiritual atmosphere around you. When Archangel Michael speaks of these chains, he does not mean literal bonds. He speaks of spiritual residue, emotions, and experiences that cling to the air like invisible dust. Every argument, every tear, every moment of despair creates a vibration. Over time, those vibrations settle into the foundation of the house. They form patterns. Those patterns attract spirits of similar energy, entities drawn to pain like moths to flame. And when you live among those vibrations long enough, they begin to shake your own emotions. You might feel sadness for no reason, anger that arises without cause, or exhaustion that sleep cannot cure. These are signs that the house is still bound by energy it has not released. Michael says, darkness thrives where emotion festers. Light enters where emotion is forgiven. That is the key. Forgiveness. To cleanse your home, you must forgive what happened within it. Every word spoken in rage, every thought of resentment, every moment of guilt that lingers, you must speak over it, not with judgment but with mercy. The ritual begins with silence. Sit in the center of your home, or stand in the place that feels most heavy. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Allow yourself to feel what the space feels. If there is sorrow, acknowledge it. If there is tension, do not resist it. Then say aloud, I forgive all that was spoken in this home. I release all pain that has lived here. Let peace dwell where fear once reigned. Let love rise where silence fell. I command the light of heaven to fill every memory within these walls. Do not rush this. As you speak, you may feel warmth spreading through your chest or tears welling in your eyes. That is not weakness. It is release. The home responds to your forgiveness, its energy shifts. Type Amen 4770 to declare your release from all lingering spiritual residue. This number holds the vibration of renewal and light. Michael instructs that you now perform the rite of water and flame. A simple yet powerful act that purifies both matter and memory. Take a small bowl of pure water and hold it in your left hand, for the left hand receives. Then hold a lit white candle in your right hand, for the right hand gives. Say these words: water of purity, cleanse what has been; flame of light, restore what is lost. In the name of Archangel Michael, I bind the darkness and I free this home from all sorrow. As you say this, sprinkle a few drops of water at each corner of the room. Let the candlelight follow your steps. The combination of flame and water brings balance, the elements of spirit and soul working together. Now, Archangel Michael teaches something profound here. Energy does not disappear, it transforms. When you forgive and bless your home, the darkness doesn't merely vanish, it becomes light. What once brought fear now radiates calm, what once weighed heavy now becomes sacred. This transformation is the essence of spiritual alchemy, the divine exchange that renews all creation. Michael warns, however, that some homes resist this change. When the walls have absorbed too much pain, they echo it back. You might hear creaks, sighs, or whispers after you begin this process. Do not be afraid. These are simply echoes fading away. He says, when light speaks, darkness responds. When light persists, darkness dissolves. If you hear those sounds, lift your voice and say, "Peace, be still." You have no power here. This home is sealed by Archangel Michael's light. A command is final. The shadows will not return. Type Amen 2941 to seal this part of your cleansing with strength and divine authority. Let this declaration echo through your home. Now, as Michael's presence fills your space, something remarkable begins to happen. The energy of your home synchronizes with your soul. You become connected to it. You feel its peace, its clarity, its freedom. You are no longer just a resident. You are the guardian. And when you become the guardian, the darkness has no door left to enter. But Michael warns, the final purification is not external. It is within you. If your heart still holds bitterness, guilt, or fear, then your home will reflect it. He says, the heart of the dwelled becomes the heart of the dwelling. Therefore, as you cleanse your home, cleanse yourself. Pray, forgive, and release. Every act of healing within your soul expands the light within your house. You may now begin to notice subtle changes. The air feels easy to breathe. Dreams become clearer. You might even sense warmth in the early morning, as if unseen eyes of light are watching with love. That is Michael's guardianship manifesting through peace. Stay until the end of this series. The final revelation, the rite of the four corners, will permanently seal your home with celestial fire. Once that rite is complete, no spirit, no shadow, no energy of pain will ever cross your threshold again. But before you can perform it, you must strengthen your connection to Michael himself. In Part 6, we will uncover how to maintain the frequency of divine light in your home every single day, even when you're asleep or away. You will learn the simple but powerful act that keeps Michael's guardians watching without rest. This daily protection is the heartbeat of your home's safety. Do not skip. You have come too far to turn away now. Your home is already changing. Your atmosphere already healing. Stay with me and stay with Michael until the light within your walls becomes unbreakable. Stay until the end. What you're about to hear could be the difference between momentary peace and lasting protection. You've learned how to recognize darkness, how to call Archangel Michael, and how to release the energies trapped in your home. But now comes the most important truth of all. The battle against darkness does not end, it must be sustained. Michael's fire can fill your home, but it is your faith that keeps it burning. Archangel Michael says, light once invited will never leave unless the keeper forgets to tend it. That means your home must become a sanctuary of consistency. The divine presence responds to continual awareness, not to occasional attention. You are not only a resident within your walls. You are the keeper of the flame. Michael teaches that every home vibrates at a certain frequency. When that frequency aligns with divine light, the home becomes invisible to darkness. Negative forces cannot find what vibrates higher than their reach. But when neglect, anger, or fear creep in, the vibration lowers and the door reopens. So how do you keep your home's frequency pure? The answer lies in daily spiritual maintenance. Begin each morning by standing at your front door. Place your right hand over your heart and say aloud, I am the keeper of light. This home is protected by Archangel Michael's fire. No darkness may enter. No shadow may remain. His words serve as a spiritual key. When spoken with sincerity, they renew the energy field surrounding your home. You may not see it, but Michael's legions respond to the vibration of truth in your voice. The energy of protection hums around your walls like a soft current of divine electricity. Type Amen 5155 to affirm your role as the keeper of divine flame within your home. When you do, you're not only reaffirming your protection, you're reigniting the frequency of light itself. Michael instructs that your evening ritual is equally vital. Before you go to sleep, dim all lights except one, a candle or small lamp. Walk through your home slowly, touching the walls or door frames with your fingertips. As you move, whisper this prayer, Light of Heaven, remain. Guard this space as I rest. Let your fire surround me. Let your angels stand where I cannot see. I sleep in the peace of Archangel Michael. This simple act tells the spiritual world that your home remains claimed by divine authority through every hour of the night. Darkness feeds in absence, but when faith remains awake, even in sleep, it cannot approach. Now, let's speak of energy residue. Every visitor, every conversation, every moment leaves a mark on your environment. Michael says, every word spoken within your home is a seed. Some bloom in light, others fester in shadow. To maintain harmony, you must guard your words carefully. Avoid speaking curses, judgments, or hopelessness under your roof. These words are like cracks in your wall through which darkness seeps. Instead, fill your home with gratitude. Speak life. Speak light. Each week, Michael advises performing a renewal cleansing. This ritual is not elaborate but powerful. Take a handful of salt, the symbol of purity, and walk clockwise through your home. Sprinkle a pinch in each doorway while saying, As salt purifies the sea, so shall this purify my home. When finished, stand in the center of your home and light a white candle. Gaze into the flame and imagine every corner filled with light, every memory soothed by warmth. Type AIM in 6882 to anchor your intention of weekly renewal. This declaration keeps Michael's guardians near, ensuring your home remains untouched by any unseen energy. Archangel Michael reveals another secret often misunderstood. Light is alive. It listens. It learns. It grows with attention. That is why he instructs you to treat your candle flame as a living companion of faith. When you light it, speak to it as if addressing Michael himself. Say, "Flame of heaven, I welcome you again." That act of reverence awakens the divine current flowing through your home. Over time, the very walls begin to radiate peace. Wizards will notice. Animals will rest more easily. Plants will thrive. These are signs that your house has aligned with divine light. Yet Michael cautions you. There will be times when shadows attempt to return. They may not enter, but they may whisper through memory or emotion. They may try to sow doubt or fear in your heart. When this happens, do not react with worry. Instead, lift your voice and say, "The fire of Michael burns here still. You have no power in this place." The vibration of that statement sends a wave of energy through your home so strong that all spiritual interference withdraws. Michael teaches one more crucial act to sustain eternal protection: gratitude at sunrise. Each morning, as the first light touches your windows, speak these words: "Thank you, Archangel Michael, for another day of light. Another breath of peace, another chance to serve the good." This daily gratitude summons divine favor. Gratitude is the highest vibration in the spiritual spectrum. It opens gateways for blessings that go beyond protection. When your home radiates gratitude, it becomes a beacon of abundance and grace. Opportunities float easily. Relationships heal. Even time itself seems to move more kindly within such walls. Michael says a home that prays becomes a fortress that shines. Remember this always. Now pause for a moment. Feel your surroundings as you listen. Can you sense the stillness beginning to deepen? The warmth that wasn't there before? It is no illusion. It is the living presence of protection expanding through your space. You've invited the eternal flame, and it has answered. But this journey is far from over. The fire must now be guided beyond the walls, into your lineage, your bloodline, and your destiny. Because sometimes the darkness that visits your home does not come from the place, it comes from ancestral pain. Old vows, curses, and grief passed down through generations can bind you without your knowing. Michael's next revelation will show you how to cut those ancestral cords forever, ensuring your home remains pure for all who live after you. Stay until the end. Each part of this journey is a link in the chain of light that leads to the final rite, the moment when Michael himself seals your dwelling with divine permanence. That moment will change your life and your family's future. Do not skip ahead. Do not rush. You are being led step by step, closer to complete deliverance. Do not look away. What you are about to hear reveals why some homes never truly rest, why peace comes for a moment, only to vanish again. You may have cleansed your walls, your rooms, your atmosphere, but if your bloodline still carries unresolved pain, the darkness will always seek a way back in. Archangel Michael warns that evil does not always dwell in places. Sometimes it hides in names, memories, and ancestry. He says many homes are built on old foundations, and many souls live upon old promises. This is the hidden truth of generational energy. The unseen inheritance passed from one generation to another. Every family carries its history not only in story but in spirit. The anger of ancestors, the betrayals, the grief, the guilt, they echo through blood and bone. When left unhealed, those echoes invite shadow. Darkness does not begin with you. It simply looks for where the chain remains unbroken. If your family has known constant misfortune, unexplained illness, cycles of loss, or emotional heaviness that returns no matter what you do, Michael says this is a sign that ancestral residue still clings to your lineage. These energies linger like dust on a mirror, they dim the reflection of light within you and within your home. But the Archangel of Light has given the way to cleanse even that which was inherited. First, you must acknowledge the truth, sit quietly, preferably near the center of your home. Place your hand over your heart and say, I honor those who came before me. I forgive them and I release them, their pain will no longer pass through me. The darkness ends here. As you speak, imagine a chain stretching backward through time, each link representing a generation of your family. Some links are bright, others dim. Picture a sword of light descending, a sword carried by Archangel Michael himself. It strikes the chain gently, breaking the dark links while leaving the luminous ones intact. That is not imagination. It is divine imagery, the language of spirit that shapes reality. Top Amen 7840 to declare that your lineage is cleansed of ancestral shadow. Each time you do, Michael's warriors strengthen the light flowing through your bloodline. Michael reveals that blood carries not just life but memory. Every pulse of your heart remembers the stories your ancestors never spoke. Some of them suffered injustice, betrayal, or violent deaths. Their cries for peace may have gone unanswered, and so their pain became energy, seeking resolution through the generations that followed. You are not cursed. You are chosen to complete their healing. When you healed, they rise. When you forgive, they rest. The Archangel teaches that ancestral cleansing must happen in 3 stages: recognition, forgiveness, and declaration. Recognition is what you are doing now, acknowledging that what troubles you may have roots beyond your lifetime. Forgiveness is the next act, releasing judgment toward those who came before. Do not hate them for their mistakes. Understand that they were victims of their own darkness. Forgive them as you wish to be forgiven. Speak aloud. To my ancestors who knew pain, I forgive you. To those who passed their burdens forward, I release you. You owe me nothing. I owe you peace. Tears may fall. Let them. Each tear becomes a drop of divine water that cleanses your lineage. Finally comes declaration, the moment of claiming. Light cannot simply replace darkness. It must be invited to reign. Stand and lift your hands upward as if raising a torch to the heavens, and say, I am the new dawn of my bloodline. The curse ends with me. I carry only light forward. Archangel Michael, seal my name and my family in divine protection. type Amen 9421 to affirm the declaration. When you speak and type it, you are sending your intention through the ether, allowing the Archangel to inscribe your lineage into the record of light. Michael warns, however, that the shield is not just around your home. It is also around your soul. It means your thoughts and emotions influence its strength. Fear weakens it. Faith strifes it. Every doubt, every complaint, every harsh word directed at yourself or others creates a vibration that can thin the barrier. But the good news is this: forgiveness repairs it instantly. The moment you forgive yourself or another, the shield brightens again. That is how mercy maintains power. He also reveals that your shield can extend to others. When you pray for someone sincerely, your light reaches their life. A fragment of your shield surrounds them. This is why Michael calls love the highest form of protection. It multiplies without loss. When you send love, you strengthen yourself. At times, you may feel the presence of shadow pressing from outside your shield. You might sense a chill or wake suddenly in the night feeling watched. Do not panic. That means your light is working. It has drawn attention. Michael says darkness prowls around brilliance, but it cannot enter it. Simply reaffirm your protection, Michael. My shield stands. My home is light. My soul is flame. My family is free. Speak these words once and you will feel the atmosphere settle. The Archangel also teaches that sacred music enhances the living shield. Soft hymns, frequencies of peace, or even your own voice humming a simple tone can reinforce the vibration of protection. Sound is a carrier of light. When it fills your home, shadow has nowhere to hide. There is one more hidden power Michael shares with only the devoted. The reflection of fire. Once your shield is strong, it does not merely block darkness, it reflects it. Any curse, ill wish, or harmful intent directed toward you will bounce back as light. Not as vengeance, but as revelation. Those who send harm will face the truth of their own actions. Your role is not to retaliate. It is to stand firm. The light itself brings balance. Stay until the end of this series. You are drawing near to the most sacred revelation of all, the rite of the four corners. That final act seals your home permanently in divine authority, closing every doorway, every portal, every line through which shadow might attempt to return. It is the culmination of everything you have learned. Do not skip ahead. You have already begun to walk in the light. Your shield breathes with you now. Every breath you take declares, I am untouchable by darkness. Every heartbeat sends light through your home. The Archangel stands where fear once stood. The next part will prepare you for the final ceremony. In Part 9, you will learn how to consecrate your physical space with divine symbols, making your home a sanctuary so powerful that even memory itself cannot recall its former darkness. Stay close. The dawn of eternal peace is almost here. Stay right here. Do not look away. Do not rush. You have walked through revelation after revelation. You have recognized the darkness, cleansed your home, healed your lineage, and raised the living shield. Now Archangel Michael calls you to the next stage, consecration. This is where your home stops being merely protected. It becomes holy. Michael says, when the house of men mirrors the house of heaven, darkness forgets its name. Consecration means aligning your space with divine order so completely that Chatham no longer recognizes it as a place it can dwell. From this moment onward, your home will not only repel darkness. It will radiate light powerful enough to bless every soul who enters. The process begins with intention. Every act that follows must be performed with sincerity, not superstition. Consecration is not about ritual alone. It is about inviting the sacred to take residence permanently. You will need 3 symbols: light, purity, and truth. These are represented by a flame, water, and spoken word: light through a candle or lamp, purity through clean water sold, truth through the voice that carries your conviction. Before you begin, open every door inside your home, every room, every closet, even cupboards and drawers. Let no space be hidden. Darkness thrives in what is closed off. Michael says, to consecrate is to reveal. Light cannot bless what remains conceal. Stand at your front door with your candle lit. Whisper, I open this home to heaven, only light may enter. Only peace may remain. In the name of Archangel Michael, I consecrate this dwelling to divine truth. Then step inside and allow the flame to lead you from room to room. In each space, sprinkle a few drops of pure water or salt into the air, saying, let this place remember the light it was born from. Do not hurry. Walk with reverence, as if angels follow behind you, because they do. You may feel warmth or pressure in the air as the energy of your home rises. This is the sign that consecration has begun. Type Amen 7302 to anchor your home's transformation right now. This act is not symbolic. It connects you to the vibration of the angelic realm that oversees this process. As you move through your home, pay attention to corners and thresholds. These are spiritual intersections where energy gathers. Place your hand upon them and declare, this corner belongs to heaven. This threshold is guarded by Michael's sword. Michael teaches that corners represent the meeting points of spiritual dimensions. Shadows often linger there because they are unseen. But once light enters those points, the entire structure of the home harmonizes. At harmony is divine geometry, a mirror of celestial order on earth. When you reach the final room, stop and face inward toward the heart of your home. Whisper softly, almost as a vow, may this house become a fortress of light. May its walls hum with peace. May every sound within it glorify the divine. May no fear cross its door, no sorrow linger within its air. The vibration of that declaration ripples outward, coating every surface, every inch of space in radiant energy. Now comes the secret most have forgotten. Symbols of light must be placed in your home structure to maintain its sanctity. These are not talismans of superstition but reminders of presence. Michael instructs that you draw, either physically or in your mind, a small cross or circle of light above each doorway and window. As you do, say, here stands the seal of Michael's flame. These seals act like spiritual locks. Once placed, they cannot be undone by darkness. They are sustained through your belief and renewed through prayer. Type Amen 5114 to confirm the sealing of your doors and windows. When you declare it, you are adding your voice to the choir of faith that surrounds your home. After consecration, you may notice your home feels alive. The air will hum faintly, almost as if the walls themselves breathe. This is not imagination. It is divine resonance. Your home is now lined with the frequency of heaven. Michael says when a home sings, the demons fall silent. He instructs one final act to complete consecration, the offering of peace. This is a simple but sacred gesture. Stand once more at your front door, look outward and whisper, "Peace to all who enter, peace to all who pass by." With this, you are extending your home's blessing into the world. Your space becomes not only a fortress, but a beacon. Every person who approaches will feel calm without knowing why. That is the nature of holy energy. It radiates endlessly. And now Michael gives a warning. Consecration must be honored. If you bring violence, hatred, or deceit into a consecrated space, the energy recoils. The house will grow heavy again, not because darkness has returned, but because the vibration of holiness demands harmony. Treat your home a sacred ground. Let your words be prayers, your actions offerings, your thoughts rays of faith. Over time, something extraordinary happens. The line between physical and divine begins to blur. Dreams become clearer. Intuition sharper, and peace constant. You will start to feel protected not only at home, but wherever you go. That is the mark of true consecration. When the temple is not confined by walls, but carried within your spirit. Michael says the consecrated carry their homes within them. They walk as fortresses of flame. So if ever you must leave your dwelling, know this. The light you've raised remains behind as a guardian. The angels stationed within will not depart. They will keep watch until your return, ensuring no darkness dares to enter. Now, as you prepare for what comes next, understand that you have built the foundation for the greatest ritual of all. The rite of the four corners. This final act is not merely protection. It is divine sealing. It binds heaven's authority to your home permanently. No curse, no entity, no force of shadow will ever cross it again. But this rite must be done in complete awareness and strength, which is why Michael waits until now to reveal it. Stay with me to the end. In part 10, you will perform the final sealing. The fire of Michael will descend to the four corners of your home, and the transformation will be complete. Do not skip this. What awaits in the next part is not just instruction. It is covenant. The moment you perform it, heaven itself will recognize your home as sacred ground. Stay until the last word. This is the culmination of every revelation. Every act, every prayer. What began as a warning the house you're in is not safe, now ends as a covenant. Archangel Michael stands ready to seal your home forever. Once you complete this rite, your dwelling will no longer merely resist darkness. It will radiate light so pure that no shadow will ever find its way back. Michael calls the sacred act the rite of the four corners, for every house has four pillars, four boundaries, four watchtowers in the unseen world. When each corner is consecrated with light, the entire structure becomes impenetrable. This rite binds your home to the order of heaven itself. Before you begin, prepare the atmosphere. Dim the lights. Let the space be still. Hold faith in your heart, not fear. Take a single candle, the same one that has seen your journey, and light it. Its flame represents the eternal fire of Archangel Michael's presence. Start in the east, the direction of beginnings and divine dawn. Stand there, raise the candle, and declare aloud, Archangel Michael, guardian of the dawn, I invite your fire to this corner. Let truth rise here, and let no deceit stand within these walls. Next, move to the south, the place of flame and courage. Lift the candle and proclaim, Michael, warrior of heaven, seal this corner with your sword of fire. Let this house burn with holy strength. Let no shadow pass this result. Type Amen 8490 to affirm the sealing of the first two corners. These words synchronize your intention with the light already descending around you. Then go to the west, where endings and cleansing dwell. Hold the candle high and say, Michael, purifier of worlds, I sanctify this corner in your name. May all pain dissolve here, may every sorrow find peace. Finally, move to the north, the realm of stillness and divine truth. Whisper with reverence, Michael, guardian of eternity, complete this circle of light. Let this home now stand as a fortress of your flame, unbroken and eternal. When the fourth declaration is spoken, walk to the center of your home. Stand still. The air may shift, warmth may surround you. That is Michael's confirmation. The four corners have now become one. The light has converged. Type Amen 9901 to seal your home in the authority of divine protection. Now, whisper the final words. This house is no longer a house. It is light. This place is no longer mine. It is heaven's. Archangel Michael, keep your watch forever. Blow out the candles softly. Watch the smoke rise. It carries your prayer upward, completing the bond between the physical and the divine. From this moment forward, your home is consecrated. Though darkness may cross its threshold, beasts will dwell here. Dreams will be clear. The light will not fade, and Michael's voice echoes quietly through the stillness. Fear no longer. The hunger of the shadow is broken. Your home is fire. Your heart is light. Your soul is free. You have reached the end of this journey, the beginning of eternal safety. The house that was once unsafe has become holy ground.